I don't think the second floor will take as long, guys. I won't be honest. I mean, I will be honest. Oh goodness, I'm displaying the wrong messages here. Honesty is the best policy. Me, 2020. Actually, before we do this any further, we're going to take some grey concrete. I forget about doing this every single time, I swear. Yeah, you see this here? We're just going to build up the walls before we do the second floor. That's probably a good idea. So it's going to be pretty simple to build up these walls. You're just going to, underneath you where there's smooth stone, you will place smooth stone. On the red terracotta area, underneath you where there's stone, you will place stone. The only other place you need further instruction for is here. We're instead going to use blue concrete, where there's light blue concrete underneath us. So with this light blue concrete area, the flooring pattern, walling pattern is going to be blue concrete and smooth stone. So you can see that there. Everywhere else is just red terracotta. And don't forget the grey concrete layer in between the two areas. That's going to be in line with our floor for the second floor. So just fill in that around the entire build. Do it for this middle area as well. I guess we'll punch in the doors. Actually, no, don't do it for the middle area. Just place the grey blocks on the middle area for now. Because it'll be easier just to do the doorways for the middle area afterwards. So, place grey concrete around the middle area. Don't do the walls just yet. It'll make it easier to place the windows and that. But the rest of this place, I'm going to do all the walls. I'll show you what it looks like once I'm finished. Okay, so the walls on the second floor are going to look like this all around. So, red terracotta on top of the light blue wool, and on top of the light blue concrete, blue concrete. So that's going to go all around. With my pattern, it's slightly different this part here, so I've had to kind of make it go off a bit. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, if I placed stairs earlier, delete those because they're incorrect. We're actually going to go over to Birdie Bank here, and we're going to leave 2 blocks by this door. We're going to place dark oak stairs like that. Just so there's a 1 block gap here, 2 block gap there. I forgot to place those in, and that caused a bit of a mess up. But I'm gonna cut that part out of the video so that you guys don't see and do the wrong thing. Now, in line with this last stair, we're gonna place a black stone stair, leave a gap, black stone stair, then diorite, diorite, diorite like that. We're then gonna place diorite all behind that. And we're going to build up the blackstone stairs like that. That pattern is going to persist until we reach this row of polished diorite that I've just placed there. So let's place these here so that we know when the pattern's going to stop specifically, and we'll see if these stairs line up as well. So we're going to place in our blackstone stairs, our polished diorite, and we're going to go back behind them as well. Polished blackstone stairs, polished diorite. And we're going to go behind these ones as well. So we've got it looking like this. So now it's looking like that, we're going to grab our light blue stained glass panes. We're going to build 2 blocks on top of each other, on top of every single polished diorite block on the stairway. So that'll... not these ones, no. On these top ones we're just going to place the 1 block. But on the other ones, we're going to have 2 blocks on top of each other. And that's just going to give us an effect like that, so that the glass panes are going up the stairs with us. And it's just going to act as side railings so that you don't fall off the stairs. I think these are actually escalators, but I'm just going to keep calling them stairs, because they won't function as escalators in-game. Now we're going to take the glass panes and connect them to the walls a little bit like that, and we're going to build behind this polished diorite by another 2 rows of just polished diorite like that. Once we have that, we're going to in line with this middle wall, we're going to just place a 2 block wide row of polished diorite going along up until here. That'll be 3 blocks. On this side, we're going to place free of any block like that, and then spruce trapdoors coming off of them, and we'll delete them. And then after those spruce trapdoors, we're going to have a 2-block wide polished diorite area, just like the other side, up until around this corner. So to show you what that looks like from above, we've got the place looking like this now. Once we have that, we're gonna continue it around the corner. So let's come to this little corner here. I'm gonna place polished diorite all around like that, so that we can place a spruce trapdoor here, here, and here. So that's what the spruce trapdoor in the corner needs to look like. Then we can just continue it along here, and we can continue this side 2 blocks wide as well, until we reach this area here. This area, once we reach it, it's going to, well, in line with the first block of blue concrete, we're going to connect it all together, kind of like that. Then we're going to go out by another 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. We're going to have that going all the way along. So 3 rows of polished diorite in this little area at the minute. We'll decorate this later. For now, we're just setting the layout of the second floor. Then on this side as well, we're going to have 3 polished diorite in line with the middle walls yet again. That's going to take us all the way to this front wall. And once we fill that in, we're also going to take it out by 1 just here. And that's just so that we can place in some railing there. Then on the other side, that's also going to be 3 blocks wide, and that's going to extend into this corner, just 3 blocks. And we're going to connect that all together. And then finally, this area here, that's going to be, take a gander. It's going to, of course, be 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we can place in another stairway here. So diorite, diorite, diorite like that. And then 2 polished blackstone stairs in between them. Then we're going to place underneath them. And we're going to persist this pattern until it hits the ground. Okay, so those stairs have hit the ground now, and they should land around here if you've done it correctly. So once we have that, we're of course going to place the light blue stained glass, and that's going to go all the way around the stairs. It's also going to go around this whole gap here, like this massive gap here. It's going to go around that. So either side, we're going to then extend the light blue stained glass panes, and we're going to just wrap them around this gap so that it kind of protects people from falling into it. The same goes with this gap. There's going to be light blue stained glass going up until that plank. Over here, it's just going to kind of go around the whole thing. And this part's going to stop right by the plank so that you can get on it. This part here, I don't recall if it does have railing, but if it does, it might like get a little in the way of the plank. It's actually not that major because the stained glass is so thin, but just keep that in mind. So the railing is also optional, so if you don't like this blue railing, you don't need it. I just decided to put it in because it made the build look a little more accurate. So once we have all of that, actually, I am going to decorate this area before we get to the rooms. So we're going to need some, actually, I'll get the decoration blocks off camera, and you guys can fill in the details as I go along. Okay, so we basically need, it's all just mostly the same blocks as down here, but we're going to start with the vending machines. There's going to be one just right here. So right there, there's going to be a vending machine. Yep. There's going to be one that's kind of like flipped over right here. So we're going to place 2 polished andesite and 2 light blue stained glass on top of it, just 1 block in front of it right by the railings. Coming off of this vending machine, we're actually going to have a 3 block wide dark oak table, and that's going to be looking like that. Now over here we're going to have 2 vending machines. One is going to go directly in this little corner, and the next is going to be just 1 block away from it. Then we're going to have a 1 block gap, 3 smooth quartz blocks, grey carpet on top of them, another 1 block gap, a 3 block wide table, and that's all the decorations there. So once that whole place is decorated, we can start to build up this middle walling. I only left it out so that I could see specifically where a window is going. So we're going to need some light blue stained glass for it as well. I'm also going to grab the blue concrete real quick from over here. Okay, so this walling, let's get started on it now. Right, we're going to start on this part of the middle wall. So come over to this side, and we're going to place 6 blocks of red terracotta here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave a gap, and then take red terracotta over there too. We're then going to place stone, smooth stone, stone, and then 2 rows of light blue stained glass, then smooth stone, stone, smooth stone, another 2 rows of light blue stained glass, stone, and smooth stone. So the windows are actually the exact same place as they are underneath us. So I didn't actually have to save this area for later. I just forgot that they were in the exact same position. We can place a door in there then. And we can also place red terracotta going on top of all of that. Now the rest of this walling, it's going to be the same, much of the same. We're going to leave this gap here, red terracotta. This here is going to be blue concrete. This is going to be some red terracotta. And yeah, we're basically just going to fill this in exactly like what's underneath us now. Okay, so once you've built up this entire wall area, I'm just going to go over mine to make sure it's right. Yeah, it is. We're going to come into here and we're going to get started. So first thing we're actually going to do in this room is create a fake back wall. So we're going to create a back wall in front of this actual back wall, basically. So yeah, like that. And in this corner, we're just going to have stone, because the corners are the same. And we're going to fill the pattern going along. We will have to punch out a single block of this, that's going to be the vent opening. Because if you haven't played Mall before, or you can't exactly remember the map from the top of your head, this is where the vent is with Mousy in it. And also on this side we're going to have these 3 blocks. So count in 3 blocks from this side. 1, 2, 3. Then on this 4th one we're also going to have a block of wall either side. Like that. That's going to be the doorway into the other part of the room. We're going to put the vent there. I think, if I remember correctly, that's where the vent goes. And here the vent goes there. So to show you that's where that vent goes, that's where that vent goes. I'll change it if that isn't the case. But for now we can do the decorations. So in line with this window, this first block, we're going to place an upside down dark oak stair, slab, and another upside down stair. In here, in this little area here, we're going to place 3 polished andesite stairs upside down on top of each other either side, and we're going to connect them with slabs. So that's what that's looking like there. Now in here we're going to place the same andesite shelving, so 3 stairs on top of each other upside down, and they're being connected by slabs like that. So yeah, that is this room complete. So once we have done that, we can move on to the vents. So as you can see, a lot of this space is done for us already. we just kind of have to make a pattern that allows us to basically go where we go in the game. Of course, unless you do some special kind of manipulating with Minecraft, you won't actually be able to get in here because it's a 1 block wide space, unfortunately. But regardless, I'm going to build it, so pay some attention. We're going to place 4 blocks of smooth stone like that. So that's 1 block from this main wall, so that you can walk through like this, like you can in game. Then I'm going to go backwards on it like that. I'm now going to connect it up. So that's really simple. I've basically just made this. So if you haven't got that, take a pause, do it real quick. And one more thing, we're going to punch out that there, because that is also a way out of the vent. So we've got 4 ways out of the vent. We've got here, 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 and here. So we're going to now fill on top of this vent area where you can actually walk around in it. We're going to fill in with smooth stone as the roof. We're then going to block off this so that you can't see it from any other area other than inside the vent, just so that no light gets into it and it becomes unnaturally bright. Now, one way you could enter these vents, and this only works on Java, is by placing a trapdoor and shutting it like that. Now you can see I can crawl in these vents with Mousy, or maybe I am Mousy, who knows. So you can just walk around it like you can in game. I'm sure there's some kind of command block stuff or something that could let you do that. I honestly don't know what command blocks can't do. But yeah, if you use some command blocks, you might be able to replicate this in Bedrock. But for now, that's only a thing that you can do on Java with the trapdoors. But regardless, we have completed this room. So what we can do is fill the roofing with stone, and of course pop in the lanterns once we're done. Right, so now this place is roofed off and we've got our lanterns in. We can move on to this area here. So here we're going to have to make some room for some doorways. The first one, actually they're both the same way. We're just going to count 2 blocks, these 2 blocks of diorite, then this third one in, go and punch out doorway. So 1, 2, this third one, doorway. And we could place our doors there, but first I actually have to destroy the grey concrete, replace it with polished diorite, and then the doors are going to go inwards on. So like that. And that's simply because this room is like the II arcade. It's got its own flooring and walling even inside. I don't know why I always get that mixed up. So we're going to come in here, and the dimensions are going to be 12 wide by 5 back. So we're going to go 2 blocks either side of the door, 1, 2, then the door is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as you can see, that's 12 blocks. I use Cyan Concrete for that, by the way. Probably should have said, but yeah, we're using Cyan Concrete for that. And then it's going to be 5 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then of course we're just gonna, along this back wall, going to take it all the way to this side of the wall, and it is all gonna connect like that. Now the flooring, although we'll have to punch out some of it to make room for some red wool, it's mostly just oak planks. So fill in the floor with oak planks. And as for the walls, smooth stone on those 2 layers and then Cyan Concrete on top. So nice and easy place to make. Let's fill it in. Alright, we've filled all of that in. So let's start decorating. In this space between the 2 doors, we're going to have these middle 4 blocks have white concrete in front of them. And we're going to place black carpet on this one, not this one, and this one. This one instead is going to have polished andesite with an item frame and lime-stained glass pane on it. This is the green safe that you need the green keycard from over there to open. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the wall here. So here, here, and here we're going to place walls, and then there's going to be a quartz stair here where there is the safe on the other side. Now, on either of these side walls, we're going to place 3 blocks of polished andesite stairs on top of each other, upside down like that. And of course, we're going to connect them with slabs to make some polished andesite shelving. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So both side walls, some andesite shelving like that. Now, in between these 3 blocks here, as you can see, there's 3 blocks. We need to go to the middle of these 3 blocks and place white concrete here and there with black carpet on top of them. And here too, white concrete, black carpet. So from an aerial view it looks like this. If you don't have that down, pause real quick and get it in. It's not that hard to make. The last thing we have to do in this room now is fill in the red wool on the floor as carpet. And if you think it's messy, then by all means you can leave this out. So we're gonna destroy around these 2 white concrete things here and place red wool like that. So we're gonna do the same thing on this one. They're both just the same. I like these rooms that are all symmetrical. It helps with whatever kind of OCD I have. It's not straight up OCD. Things that aren't a good pattern just annoy me a little. So we've got red carpet like that. There's going to be 4 blocks of it in the center, just like that. It is a little messy, so by all means, if you don't like it, leave it out. It's really up to you. But that is this room complete. So as usual, we're going to go above it with our stone, and we're going to lantern it up once we've filled in the roof. Alright, very easy rooms in this mall, and we've lanterned it up and put the roof in. So we can move on to this area, which is going to have our final room in the entire build, and this is George's safe room. I'm actually going to change this pattern a little bit just to make the, what's it called, discrepancy, just to make the discrepancy, just to move it over there out of the way of where we're going to put the door. So this door is going to go, we're going to count 3 smooth stone blocks on the red terracotta. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So that's 5 blocks, and then I'm going to punch out the doorway. This doorway is going to have stone in it, and then we're going to put the door in like that. So 5 blocks of red terracotta on that side, then the door goes in. 1 block from the door, we're going to place the smoker there, just to show that you need the wrench in order to open this door. Now we can focus on what's inside of this room. So, in this room, the dimensions are 7 by 7. So that's pretty nice and equal. It's going to make a perfect square. We just need 3 blocks beside the door. So 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can take this and we can fill that up like that. And this walling is just going to be the same. So probably should have said that I made that out of red terracotta, but you guys could see anyways. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this is just the same walls as the outside, and the floor is stone, as you can see, because the roof of the II arcade is stone, so the floor here is also stone. And the roof is going to be stone, but of course we'll do the roof last. We're just going to fill in the walls here for now. And then we can do the decorations for the inside of this room, which we can now do. First of all, I'm just going to grab some of the decoration blocks. Okay, so we can start off very simple. On these side walls either side, there's going to be 2 blocks of space, then an upside down andesite stair, and you can probably guess what's coming next. Of course, it's our good old andesite shelving. And as usual, they're in the same places on both walls. So let's put that in on that side too. Now I'm going to go grab a white carpet for later on. in front of this one, so we're on the right side. In front of this one, we're going to place in the middle block a spruce stair facing towards the door, then a spruce slab, then a spruce stair like that. Just kind of like that. That's like an upside down table. Now, in line with this first block of the upside down table, we're going to leave one block gap. We're going to place white carpet and blue carpet. That's like the bed that George sleeps on in the safe room. Now we're going to, diagonally from this shelving, we're going to place white concrete. And we're going to place 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 blocks of white concrete there, with grey carpet on top of them. And this is the safe room from an aerial view. Now all we need to do is just fill it in with stone, put the lantern in, and we are almost done with the build. Right, now we've finished that room, and that is the final room of the whole build. We would be done, but of course, the mall has no roof. So that's what we're going to focus the rest of our time on now, building the roof. We're going to start by placing grey concrete on top of every blue concrete block, and that includes connecting it kind of like this by going over the gap. Here too, we're just going to connect it like that. So we're placing grey concrete on every single block of blue concrete, because this area's roof is different to the entire rest of mall, in the case that it just has this grey concrete layer. Then the entire roof of this area is a solid stone, and we're going to hang some lanterns off of that once I've filled this in, which it is a bit big, so it might take a little bit of time, but it's nothing unmanageable. Right, so I've filled in this entire roof area of the blue concrete now, and you don't really need many lanterns, just 1 in every corner should suffice. But I will show you that we kind of need to light up this space underneath us too. So we're going to take some chain, or if you don't have that, iron bars, and we're going to hang down 2 blocks of chain here on top of this area of stained glass, and place a lantern on coming off of it. Then we're going to leave a 1 block gap, and we're going to hang down 2 blocks of chain here too with the lantern. Oh, actually, it's not going to be 2 blocks. 2 blocks isn't low down enough. We're going to instead hang it down by 3 blocks. So it'll actually be here. Once we've done that, we can just pop a few lanterns down here hanging off of this, so that the place doesn't get too dark. Alright. Yeah. Once that is done, we can... I don't think we need a lantern there. But yeah, once we've done that, we can move on to the roof for the main part of the build. The entire rest of the place. In line with this grey concrete, we're going to be placing 1 block rows of stone either side. So, like this, we're just going to be placing stone. Go around the corners kind of like that. I guess it doesn't matter what you do with the corners, just as long as it looks good. Because this obviously isn't all that the roof is. This is just the first part of the roof, which is just normal stone going along all around the grey concrete, in line with the grey concrete. So that's what the middle area looks like. I'll finish the rest of this in a second. Alright, so yeah, it's just going to be looking like that. So let's take a look from the inside. Just some stone going across like that. Now, the rest of this roof is going to be 1 block higher. We're going to have 2 blocks of light blue stained glass either side, and smooth stone in the middle. And this is just going to go along the entire way. So I'm going to fill in like basically all of this off camera, because this is all you need to see of it. Then I'll show you what it looks like when it's complete. We'll move on to the entrance of mall, then we'll be done. Alright, so the roof is finished, and I'm just going to give you a quick look. From the inside of the build, the roof should be looking like this, all the way along, except of course for that part there, where it's just solid stone. Now, we can come outside of the map. We can take a look. Looks very nice. I'm also going to just place some stone here to kind of improve the... just kind of make sure that the glass ends properly, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, why did I just delete those? We need them. I'm brain dead, don't worry. We're near the end of tutorial. You won't have to put up with this for much longer, because we're going to finish just this last thing that we have to do, and you don't really have to do it. It's just something you could do, and that is the entrance to the mall. So, the entrance area of mall, it kind of like, for starters, we're going to expand this along just by one more block, like that. So it looks like that, yeah. We're going to take smooth stone there, and also on this third block of light blue concrete here, smooth stone. Then we're going to have 3 blocks wide here. This place is going to be a 3 blocks wide space. That's all going to be filled in with stone. Once we've got those blocks, we're going to come to this side. This is going to be 3 blocks wide again. 1, 2, 3. This side's going to be 2 blocks wide. 1, 2. And this is going to go back by 19, counting this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Or at least those are the proportions that mine are. You guys could have different proportions if you wanted. I just kind of made this entrance area quickly because it's not the main focus of the map. Of course, this area, we're going to connect this side to end of 19 as well, quickly. But just before I fill in all of this with stone off camera, this area, like, right there in that corner, that's where it connects to city. So, if you built city in the alleyway where I said this is going to lead into mall, that's where that alleyway is. So, it'll lead into mall from here. Now, we're going to fill in all of this with stone, and this middle here is going to be grey concrete. So, I'll fill in the stone first. Okay, that's all filled in with stone. Now we're going to take some diorite walls. There's going to be 1 here, 1 block gap, here, 1 block gap, 1 block gap, 1 block gap. So kind of like that, yeah. Now for this area, I recommend making 3 blocks of grey concrete, then 1 of white, then 3 grey, 1 white, 3 grey. But it depends on if you want to put any cars here, like what kind of cars they are and how big they're going to be. So does, like, how long these go. Like, you want them to span the whole width of the car. So, I'm gonna, like, make it as long as the car models I usually use. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks long. So, mine is 6 blocks long here, my white areas. And we've got these same white areas on the other side of the road as well. Well, this isn't road, this is more like car park area. So, here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just kind of gonna fill those in now. And then this whole space, before we fill that in with grey concrete, we can take this along with smooth stone. You could spice up this a little bit. I just made it all completely straight. You could have these separate buildings if you like really want to go into detail with this background area. I'm just gonna leave it as this. I'm not even gonna fill in the buildings because I've shown you how to do that on City. It's the exact same thing. So just watch the end. Just watch near the end part of City Part 3 if you want to know how to build these buildings around Mall. Because I have already done a tutorial on how to make those. This area here that I've just made there, that's where we're going to lead into the alleyway from City. So you could fill all of that in with stone. But the main part is that we fill in this road here, and then that's the build complete. So let's fill this all in with grey concrete. Alright, so this is the finished car park area. You might want to make some of this grey stone area grey concrete, just so like the cars have a way into the space. What you do with this entrance area, it's completely up to you. We only see it briefly in the intro cutscene. It's not the most important part of the map by far, but yeah, well done for completing the tutorial. As you can see, these are like, this is what it looks like when you've got cars in the car park. So if you wanted to put cars there, by all means go ahead, put cars there. But yeah, this is the tutorial complete. So thank you for watching, well done for making this map. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this tutorial wasn't too complicated to follow. The next map I'm building is of course Outpost. That and Plant both, I predict, will be very difficult for me to make. So be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this. It really shows your support for the channel, and it gives me the motivation to keep doing these builds. Because trust me, the last two, they're going to take a very hard toll on me if they're anything like I predict they're going to be like. Of course, they're not gonna turn me depressed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be very hard to make. So I'd appreciate all the support I can get while I bring you these final two maps that I have to build. And then that is the main part of the Piggy build series complete. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed yet again, and be sure to follow me on Twitter if you want to stay updated with where I'm at in life. And I'll see you in my next video. It's MiniToon, the channel with big tutorial craft. Now sponsored by Robbie.